Hey, welcome again. Me by the name of Adolfo. We are gonna talk about the origin, spread, and effects of Islam in Europe and the rest of the world. Islam sprang up in Palestine alongside the Christianity of Judaism. The three religions are interlinked and all worship one God, though with different names. In historical terms, Islam is the youngest of the three. The word Islam means submission to Allah, or Arabic word for God. The followers of Islam are known as Muslims, one who submit. The birth of Muhammad. Muhammad was born in Mecca around AD 570. In his youth, he worked as a shepherd among the Bedouin Arabs. Later, he led caravans across the desert and he became a successful merchant at the age of 25. He married Khadija, a wealthy widow who ran a prosperous caravan business. Muhammad received a series of spiritual revelations from God. These were to form the religious basis of Islam. He made with position to the new faith but managed to press it upon firm foundations. The Prophet was very religious. He often went to a cave outside Mecca to quietly contemplate spiritual matter. At about the age of 40, he had a spiritual vision. While meditating in a cave, an angel spoke to him. Angel Gabriel was communicating with him. This happened from time to time, and Muhammad discussed it with his wife Khadija and close friends. These people accepted the seriousness and the thoroughness of the relations. They were rare written, and they are today what are contained in the Quran, the Muslims' holy book. Muhammad started to convey the content of some of his revelations to a wider public around AD 613. Some people found the message appealing particularly that a single God was the source of all power and goodness in the world. The message was especially attractive to the poor and those who were not in power. It was attractive because it transcended tribal groupings, hence a challenge to the tribunal leaders. So we are going to talk about the spread of Islam. Islam spread rapidly in Europe, Middle East, other parts of Asia and Africa. Muhammad and his followers spread the faith by conquest and persuasion. The Prophet organized his community in Medina into the Ummah, which means the community of faithful. He read their prayers and saw to the economic welfare of community of particular interest. In his focus was the provision of relief for orphans, widows, and the poor. It was at Medina that the tenets of the faith were more fully articulated. The community organized raids on merchant caravans on their way to Mecca. After the sojourn in Medina, the Prophet and his followers returned to Mecca in 630 Common Era. They attacked and conquered the city. As a result, they forced its inhabitants to embrace Islam. All the pagan shrines were destroyed and replaced with mosques, except for the Kaaba. The Kaaba was retained as a symbol of greatness of Mecca and a place for yearly pilgrimage for Muslims. They denied the Kaaba housed a deity as the pagans had believed. By 632, Arabia fell into the hands of the Muslims. Prophet Muhammad died in the same year. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, Abu Bakr, as the first caliph, the caliph took the mantle of leadership. He was not a prophet but the head of state and chief judge, religious leader, and military commander. Abu Bakr led fierce battle on the groups which renounced Islam after the death of the Prophet. He made the faith to spread rapidly into even new lands. His enemies conquered the Byzantium and the Sassanid empires, both of which had been weakened by fighting one another. Upon Abu Bakr's death, a new caliph took over. This one and the two others followed in the mold of Abu Bakr. They expanded the territory under Islamic control as they made one success after the other in their quest for expansion. The period of the first four caliphs lasted from 632 up to 661 in Common Era. In 636 CE, Arab armies conquered Syria, took Jerusalem in 638 CE, and by 646 CE had overrun most of Egypt. Iraq fell from the Sassanid Empire in 651, thus officially bringing to cross the 400-year-old Sassanid Empire. During the summer of 622, several hundred of Muhammad's followers fled from Mecca to Yathrib. Then the year of 622 is called the Anno Hegira, which Hegira is the word which means migration, or the year of flight. Became the first year of the Muslims' calendar. Yathrib became Medina al-Munawwara, the city of the Prophet. From Medina, Muslims launched the attacks on Mecca caravan and defeated the Meccans in a battle. Finally, in 630, Muhammad returned in triumph to Mecca, where he destroyed the idols in the Kaaba and dedicated the black stone to Allah. In 632 AD, after 10 years, Muhammad fell ill and died. He had been followed by the leader called the Khalifa or Caliph successor. The first Caliph was Abu Bakr, Muhammad's father-in-law. The Caliph ruled from Medina. The Medina in Saudi Arabia became the holy city of Islam. The Islamic forces were not contented with the gains they had made up to 651. In 711 Common Era, they took the Hindu kingdom of Sindh. Between 711 and 718 Common Era, Islamic forces moved into Iberia, which is nowadays is in Spain. They conquered the peninsula and had their eyes focused on Gaul, which is in nowadays in France. All the conquered territories were ruled with efficiency and flexibility from central location. Converts were numerous and came from diverse backgrounds. To get revenue, the Islamic laws imposed a head tax and on non-Muslims. The tax was called the jizya. Jews and Christians were tolerated in the Islamic Empire but were taxed. Later divisions of leadership rocked the Islamic community. The main one came in the acceptance of the caliphs. A group recognized all caliphs regardless of their descent from Muhammad, while the other refused to accept or recognize the caliphs without blood relations to Prophet Muhammad. The former became known as Sunni Muslims, while the latter were Shia. The Sunni were the majority. These internal divisions weakened the Muslims. By the early of 11th century, they were vulnerable to Turkish people's attacks from the Central Asia. The Turks brought to an end and the Islamic Abbasid dynasty. They embraced Islam but took control of some of the lands which previously had fallen into the hands of the Muslims. So, thank you for all those who are following me. I'm called Adolf, and God may protect you. Thanks.